Right, well that was a bit frustrating because my video cut out, so I'm going to do it again. So the first thing you need to do with your sigil is you need to write your intent, your petition, and when you do, you always write it as if that is where you are now. It's been manifested. So you never say I want, I need, I desire, or anything like that. It's more like I am. So I'm going to write something. I'm going to write I am a good tarot reader. Okay. The next thing you do is you cross out all the vowels. Don't need any vowels. There, they're all crossed out, and the I. Okay, they're all crossed out. The next thing you do is you cross out all repeating consonants. So we've got one M, we've got one G. There's two D's here, so we only need one D. And the T, we only need one T. And the R's, we only need one R. Okay, so we're left with M, G, D, T, R. Okay, then we're going to start creating our sigil. So we have to design something, and you do this, you can design it and redesign it and spend time on it and just do it till it feels right for you, till your spirit feels right. So you can do something like, you can put the M over here, and you can have letters overlapping each other, creating letters. Or say for instance, if you were going to have a W in this line here, then really that's, if I turn that upside down, that would create my W, so I wouldn't have to really write a W because the W is already in there, if you know what I mean. So say we've got the M in here, and then I'm going to do like a T, so I could do a T going across like this, yeah, and then could do a D. So I could do a D like, so I've got that line already there, and I could just bring it across like that. So that's my D. And my R can be something like where I've got this part here, I could just extend it a bit, and there's my R, and then I just need to put a G in. So I could do, I could turn it upside down here, and I could put my G like this and draw it like that, and bring that across, you know, like that, you know, or even further away. So if you see, I've really sort of created a sigil. So what you do then is you get a square piece of paper, and you will redraw that, so you can sort of, so you're not going to redraw it like as letters now, you're just going to draw it as form. So we're going to do this, yeah, that, then it goes like this, right, then it goes like that, and then there's like a line going across there. Okay, so that is your sigil. I think you're meant to put it in a, somebody said that you can put it in a circle, so if you want to put it in a circle, and that's fine too. So there's your circle and there's your sigil. Okay, so then after that, what you do is, if you're doing a money one, then I use money drawing oil, but this one I did something similar to this, and I used a psychic vision oil that I made. So what I did is I put the oil on all four corners, and then I got the sigil, and so there's all four corners, yeah, and then I got the sigil and I folded it towards me like this, then I turned it clockwise, folded it towards me again, and turned it clockwise. Only 3 times I did it, and folded it again. And I've seen somebody do it where when they folded it, they've actually created like a triangle. So you know, triangle of like manifestation. So again, that's up to you and what's right for you and your spirits and your guides and all that. So as you've been doing this slowly, you've been putting a lot of intent into it, you've been thinking about it, you've been one with spirit, you've had your candles, your music, your incense, your guides have been with you. Um, once it's all done, then what you do is you would put this like in your cauldron or whatever that you set things aflame to, and you would basically ignite it. And the sigil works where it burns away and it's just left with ash. Then what you do is you go out to your front door and you basically just let it blow out in the wind, your ash. And that is your sigil. The design you create, you need to design something that eventually just becomes undistinguishable, and so that your consciousness doesn't remember it. That's how it works, so that you don't actually remember the design of your sigils. And that's how you do a letter sigil. It's really, really easy. And like I said, I've done a couple and they've been really effective, and they've still continued to work. So later on I will show you how to create a sigil with a magic square. And I guess again, it's like if you create a sigil, you might want to create it on the day, on the hour, within the planetary alignment, or on a full moon. You know, you can do it like that way if you like to work that way.